Welcome back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 13 of our Heinrich Kemmler SFO Grimmhammer campaign. In today's episode we are here for the Siege of the Oak of Ages, even though it doesn't necessarily look like the Oak of Ages because the Wood Elves still only have one map for all of their Sodomons, including their main one. So we're set up kind of the same as before. I have replaced our previous very dangerous specific X-rays with the Chillgeists. We'll just grab those guys, the other ones in, as soon as we're able to actually retreat back on out of the woods after we burn down Athelloren. For now, let's get to the battle. Ghost should stay invisible for the better part of the initial engagement here. Let's go ahead and send the boys in to start smashing into the platforms. Charge them right on through to deal with the Scissors of Thorn. We've got the Graveyard, we're just going to have them all go through together. You go smack this platform though. We'll have Heinrich start moving forward as well. Plenty of ghosts, but they'll be able to move in and deal with them. No problem if we're not careful, so move those guys up, and as soon as they try to engage, we can try to do some more damage. Kemmler, able to make it on through? Maybe a little bit. We move up these units, except for our knight here. They will get absolutely smashed. Let's bring you up, start chasing off these Glade Guard. Trying to laser beam Kemmler, which makes sense. Just drop Krell behind them. Speed and then drop Krell behind them. Move in to help out. Horrors are in. They're going to get shot at by a whole bunch of enemies though, so hopefully infantry can move in and help out. Come on, Kemmler. Alright then, ghosts. Move and engage the Dryads. Have the X-rays try to press through into the Glade Guard proper. We'll have you guys all run over this unit of Dryads. Ghosts are in, and we have the Banshee as well. Come on into the Glade Guard. Kemmler, come on away. Smash through, keep moving then. Go ahead and have our White King hit all of his abilities. Start doing what you can. Kemmler, drop down the heals. Lovely. Now we'll bring in our carts. Mortis Engine and such. Wood Elves are just very good at scything them down with all of their arrows. Ghosts, get on in there first. Keep our cavalry moving. You guys all go after this group for me. Spears, come on through. Those raids should be an excellent counter there. Find someone to keep dealing damage to. Krell, I would have you and our other lord go after the Glade Lord back there. We'll throw down with the Dryads, and then everyone else back here in the back is doing it just fine. Sonic Stein Stalkers, keep doing your thing. And we'll bring Kemmler around. Perfect. X-rays, come on in, and let's try to get some nice flanks here. We'll keep one of you who run over this group of Glade Guard. You guys go up and capture that zone. Should work out fantastically. We've got a huge blob of ghosts. Go ahead and activate our Tomb Scream. What's a awesome. How many units we can hit with it? Yeah. She has to actually advance to there. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult to actually get into that position then. Krell and our knight keep pressing forward into the Lord. Let the Halberd boys fight the Dryads, and the Crypt Horse keep pressing in to take down the Glade Guard. At least that is the attempt. Don't really need any heals. Lovely. Go ahead and just crash into these Dryads here. You guys annihilate the Glade Guard. And we'll just kind of circle around, and that should be good night. Sweet Wood Elves. Bring them on through. And it looks like the Elves are really struggling quite a bit here. Press on to deal with the Glade Guard in the back line there. Overwhelming heals from our Horrors is fantastic. Still, Krell and Kemmler are having a hard time dealing with the Lord. Kemmler, you can go back and help out. Everyone has succeeded in the front line here, so press into these Dryads. The extra speed and melee attack for these Skeletal Spearmen. Rider for Kemmler, and let's just keep chasing off this Blade Lord.
Even Krell would be impressed.
Even Krell would be impressed. Oh, let's go around. What am I doing? Chase the Sisters of the Thorn off. X-rays should be much quicker. And we'll surround from all sides if we can there. Most of them are engaged in this position. Turn around and run over these helpless Eternal Guard there. X-rays versus Sisters of the Thorn. We've caught them. That should be the end. Very dangerous unit, but they have to stay at range. Even if a fat kick. That's what we call friendly fire. Probably not super appreciated there. Let's drop off heals on the Wraiths fighting the Sisters. Try to bring them some reinforcements when we can here. Do smash this Blade Lord. And Ghost give him a shit as well. Looks like the defenders of the Oak of Ages came up lacking. And is it tough to be a Wood Elf when you don't have mobility advantage? Talzin was drop-kicked into orbit. We should be able to sack the Oak of Ages for a fair bit of dark magics. Beautiful. I don't know if we're going to be able to retreat into friendly territory enough. Go into March, as it will use some of our movement. We might get attacked by Findle. Well, I guess we have to turn and claim the Oak then.
Obliterate.
It's disgusting and it belongs to me now. Which, in Idri Eternos, is under our control.
Yes.
Pacified Oak of Ages gives us lots of timber and makes us immune to Athaloran attrition. Very fair enough. Alright then, since it's only ever going to be tier 1, let's come ahead and grab the Repressing of the Mortals, make the Empire hate us, and we'll just get a little bit more research rate.
Find me, grave.
Ala. You performed very well rolling with the ghosts, so we are going to have you increase our mobility a little bit more there. He's got some excellent abilities. Increase mobility first. Or Rozov. Raised Dead is the way. Perfect. We are going to be burning Athaloran to the ground, especially after claiming the Oak of Ages. Now we don't have to deal with any of the nonsense that we normally would, which is awesome. Let's go for any of our income buildings here. Montfort, we've got the mine coming on in, so let's go for the gallows. And I wouldn't even really mind the awakened battlefield. Would allow us to zoom through Paravon pretty quickly, or Bastogne and Montfort very quickly, which is on the edge of the fort, so I think this is a good idea. Onward. Quite expensive though, so let's wait just for now. Back at Artois, we can increase the walls. If we're doing that, I think we will at Lyonesse. The defenses need strengthening.
Gladly.
Do you have any heroes for me to
bring
karate chop?
fire.
He does not. Come on in. More internal to Ulthuan. Looks like they've all turned to deal with their other enemies, so we are hopefully not big enough of a threat for them to come after us. We can deal with the old world. Because I'm not really here for assaulting Ulthuan. Not today. We've got Siegfried setting up next to Gorsel. Hopefully Dark Burks is going to come on out with all of his Night Gobbo fanatics. We can blend them up with our Crypt Horror. Should be a nice batch of Gobbo snacks. They're kind of like chicken nuggets at that point. Legacy. Now that we've gotten the Reformed Flesh underway, I think we're definitely going to come on in to find some excellent middle tier upgrades here. Savagery Contain, Expert Charge Defense for Crypt Ghouls and Crypt Horrors. 20% more missile resistance for them as well. That is fantastic. 10% more chance for our units to come back after falling in battle. Let's grab all three of these real quick. Spend 3 turns grabbing them. All are incredibly powerful. Try to drop Luther there.
It will be
Oh, wrong. Let's go after Luther. Ooh, you failed. Would have been better to try to steal some tech. Right. Now our undead spooky empire grows. We just have to deal with a few fools on our borders and then find our next proper rival, which is likely to be just be Durthu. Because Durthu is rolling with Ariel. fighting the Avatar of Isha is going to be an absolute nightmare. Zoom on into Kemmler, and that'll be the turn.
I will hear your words.
Well,
your
hello, Queek.
riddles, but best not displease me.
Krell wouldn't like that. Queek wants to trade. He's gonna give us a lot of gold to do so as well. He is just fighting with Crooked Moon. Interesting. Well, we could make this a short-term agreement here, Queek. I trust the rats 0, but you're willing to give me a lot of gold. You are persuasive, dead thing. Kemmler is a simple man. You help him fill the treasury, and he will be your buddy. Rest in peace, the Ice Court, and Siegfried's ambush was foiled. So Dark Birds is going to sit here and brute. That's fine. May choose to sprint past the Black Pit and just go after the Black Pit proper. Freed from the struggles of life, these warriors fight with a horrifying persistence. We'll try one more ambush, though. We've finally gained a substantial income. We've now got a war banner and a potion of healing. Great. With some refugees to snack on. Awesome. Try to press through. I'm going to go to this position. Be far enough where they're not going to reinforce, and then if we can press on to attack the Black Pit, that's what I'm going to do. In Altdorf, let's go for anything that's going to increase our growth. Gibbet is just for income. Alright, well, as I say that, the Ghost Fence is going to go in. That way we can keep everything defended. And then all of the extra growth buildings can get chucked on in. Lovely stuff. We'll keep these two defending Paravan.
My bloodline calls.
I'd like to get Abarash out and helping against soon-to-be enemies in the Fecundites. Really determine what all of the elves try to do. Turn more to low, we can go for an upgrade to Aquitaine. Actually more landlocked, so is safer than some of our other cities there on the coast. In terms of upgrades, don't have a lot of options just yet. Montfort could snag the Awakened Battlefield Mount. I think it's probably the opportunity. Waiting 2 turns to upgrade the Blackstone Post. We're going to need 15,000 gold for the Dark Castle. I think we can handle it. Time to declare war on Findle as well. He's fighting with Sartosa, so we can go ahead and do our sneaky nonsense. Now that we are immune to Athaloran attrition, we can actually set up proper ambushes.
Soon.
I found Aranessa. Where'd she go? So we're not looking for just quick deals. Simply wish to speak with her. There's Aranessa. I will join your war against Widrioth, and you will give me gold.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Okay, now we're going to come on out of the Oak of Ages here. Findle should be very keen on trying to retake.
My sire. Now?
0% chance. Really. Athaloran is dangerous. Come on back over to the Oak of Ages. I'm thinking spending a turn in friendly territory will at least give you a bit more chance. Crag Halls of Findle are going to be very well defended, so we'll have to... That's a scary garrison. Putting down all the tree elves is going to be an arduous task, to say the least.
Don't rush me.
Don't rush me.
Move.
We need to stay on the Oak of Ages side. Arlotta's in the way. You stand here, keep them from going through that way.
I need more.
Kemmler can stand here, go into an ambush.
The time is right.
On death ascendant.
Findle tries to take down the Kingsglade, we can just swivel over to deal with him too. No problem.
What do you want?
Want more marble. Simple man. Alright, so for our next technology, we've got plenty of dark insight. I'm thinking Eternal Hunger is the way. Ravenous Hunger for Morngul's Hex Rays and all of the other ghosties. pulls a bit more replenishment rate for them. It is going to be time to start fielding tons and tons of ghosts very soon, so Tarbert's probably going to start switching over, at least from zombies and such, to mostly ghosts. For now, we continue to ambush. Skip on through.
I will not betray.
Have Wolkadir go after Marius here. Ooh, you have insufficient funds. Instead, we'll just keep exploring.
Find me.
Where is the final Imperial City? Ah, down here. About to get stamped out by the Gravetide. Have Gustave. Moving on through. Maybe start making some deals with the Dark Elves. There's actually going to be any of them left. That area is completely shrouded for now. Alright, well, into Kemmler. And as that, still be our turn. So he's keen on just hanging out in the crag halls and waiting. Okay, well, how can we go about this? All of our different ambushes were completely foiled. We have the Eternal Hunger, so ravenous thralls are the most terrifying, for their wounds heal as they devour the enemy. Midland is about to have a rebellion. Probably a good idea to actually turn around and deal with that then. All of the vampiric corruption is going to make that rebellion pretty dangerous.
I'd rather eat a
You'd
squid.
rather eat a squig. Who's defending this? Bunch of orcs. Here's the thing. They've got some cavalry, they've got all sorts of dangerous units. We can surround up here. And in a blob fight, they stand no chance. So we'll surround the settlement and let them die slow. Grabbing in the Devil's Schwarzhofen would be also pretty great. In due time, we're going to replace the Hounds and the Graveguard with all the Vargeists. The bestial flying infantry. Alright, so there's no battles to get to this turn. We're going to go ahead and grab the Savagery Contained. Start building up our Dark Inside again. I'm thinking Findle is going to be well keen on just hiding in the crag halls and not moving. How do we
I
best
thirst.
scare him out of here? Very tough call. Carlotta, can you get in here and do any damaging? Damaging the garrison building would do
Outnumber the
what
living.
for us?
Expand Sylvania's borders.
Got a Barded Nightmare now, and would this actually weaken their garrison at all? The answer is no. The damaging building is completely useless.
Yes, my lord of death.
Fair enough. We'll just upgrade the Spreading of Corruption. And maybe that's what we do with Kemmler. Make him come over here to us. We can drop into the Necromantic Ritual. 6 Corruption. Is that enough to start building it up here? Oh, wow. Absolutely not. We're in an even 10.
Tomb rot.
Alright, Scarla. Or Carla. More weapon strength for yourself there. Another one where I would have liked to surround, but we can't actually take them down inside their settlement. Not with the two armies hiding in here. So many bows. What we need to do is try to draw them out. Problem is how to do so.
World domination is ours.
Can you reach
Certainly not.
the glade?
You dare.
We need to actually turn around and be able to defend it.
Very tempting. Across the
As
map.
long as Kemmler's ambush actually succeeds, we should be in really good chance to take down Findle. Alright, Irvon proper. Growth. And income. Keep building the Empire up while we're sitting here and staring at one another. Perfect. You lords that haven't been moved. Talbert is... Go ahead and switch who's on channeling duty. Aberash is all maxed out, so go ahead and have him go into the ambush.
Suits my class.
And Talbert can kind of hang out up front.
Channel pits.
Excellent. Good old Wood Elven staring contest continues. We've got Gustave still. You keep traveling on around the donut. Explore Ulthuan. Looks like Hawkland has come back in the form of rebels. Go ahead and bring this necromancer on over towards the Black Pit.
You're overruled.
I'm overruled. That way we can see what's
I
going on
will
over there.
not Obey.
Minute rebellion in Karlberg, that's no problem at all. Actually, likely be a Nurglish rebellion. How close is Sylvania to
We
giving us any
much to
deals?
discuss, and thou art most.
Got no more missions for us. We can deploy the outpost with 2,000 gold. He's just not going to give us any good troops. Alright, so we just have to keep building up those relations. Finding enemies he's got and punch him in the face. Okay, they're actually going to come on out of the settlement to fight us. Which is a bit surprising. It's just a bunch of goblins. It's going to give us a valiant defeat. I think we can throw down. Siegfried himself can take down both the enemy lords pretty easily. And the cavalry are a bunch of bonus versus infantry, and we can surround them with our horrors. We should be able to do really good work dealing with the biggins. Alright, to the field. Alright, they attacked us, so actually the advantage is definitely on our side. So let's go ahead and start deployment. We are going to deploy our ghouls in kind of a formation figured first. They're very blocky formations. There's so many of them. Something very compact with the graveyard in the center. You guys all the way behind. Not going to have any anti-large on these guys, but if we deploy them over in this kind of series of bluffs, then we have a really hard time actually packing in organized formations. Down back, infantry all together. It will have all of the carts hiding away inside this blob. Siegfried out front. And then all of the horrors out on the sides. Two more of them over here. We'll just all in one group. Perfect. Let it begin. So many orcs. Pull you guys out. Really need the horrors to be focused on the cavalry. Looks like a majority of the cavalry is on this side. Send one more over to help. And everyone else can defend this other angle here. Around a bit there. We don't want to move up really at all. We want to be one huge blob filled with extra leadership and heals. Let's bring the horrors out to the side, aggressively so. That should lure the enemy cavalry on over. Here they come. Same thing with these guys, send them well out to the side. There's a lot of cavalry over there. The chariots are terrible though against our horrors. Send you guys in to break them. So they're trying to bait with these boar boys, but we'll see. Those three should be able to easily handle that. What's the plan now? SFO to be slaughtered. Trying to lure us in. We're gonna go ahead and fall back ourselves. We're not having it. Very slow advance from the orcs here. Sitting goblins and everything over to try to fight. So just keep sitting the horrors off to the side. Once the cavalry gets a little bit too far ahead, we can run them over. Start walking. Rotate this group a little bit there. Being a bit more cautious this time. Keep drawing them back. Those units are all going to be fairly useless in a fight as well. Also not sure where all the night goblins are. Likely way out front there. Looks like they're going to try to fight everyone all at once, so have these horrors come back at least next to the necromancer so we can drop down the heals where they're needed. Keep drawing those cavalry in. Have you do a little bit of scouting. That's really bad news for the cavalry. Bring it on in. Really? They're going for the sneaky techniques. Smash them. Frightened by enemy unit, as you should be. Now waddle yourself on over to drop down the heals. Really don't need them. We can drop in some zombies. They can help out. There's where a lot of the enemy is. Where's the Lord? Ah, there's the Black Orc Big Boss. Let's go give him a hug. Hound dogs come on in and maul the chariots. Zombies go after that group. Get them. Night goblins they may be, but only momentarily. Heals on these crypt horrors. They're having a little bit of a mash with a little bit more men than they would normally want. So we'll send in some of the ghouls. Actually, we'll send in the extra potent ghouls. Everyone else here, continue to kind of pull your way up the hill. Actually, we'll send both. You don't need them. You absolutely don't need them. Awesome. Siegfried, come ahead and pull away from this nonsense. Looks like they're all trying to go around this other flank here. Quite intriguing. Run these poor night goblins down here. Send you out to the side. Try to go after those archers. Sounds good to me. Drop down the super heal over here. Siegfried, keep moving after the Black Orc Big Boss. Wouldn't mind sending in some friends as well, though. Hounds are getting shamacked. Go ahead and pull them away. Pull the ghouls back. Let the great sword infantry do their damage. Some of the cavalry managed to disengage, which is a mixture of surprising and impressive. Crash in together there. You all move forward to add your ward save to the fray.
Come to me.
Hound dogs, come on through. Really, he's doing entirely fine. Butcher whoever you want. Just a bit tired of being bogged in. You go after this wizard who's in the back line. So the hounds after them as well. Overwhelming tide of death. There we are. Zombies are going to retreat. Go ahead and bring everyone over towards the rest of the blob then. Their cavalry comes back, that's just fine. King of Ghouls. Bring you on over.
Will join us.
Drop off some heals if we can. Leadership is struggling a little bit there on our horrors. They're completely surrounded, so makes a bit of sense. Let's have you two turn and clobber these orc boar boys. You guys get over here and help out with the main fight. They're completely out of magics. You guys move in on those night gobos. Target destroy. Excellent surround there. And they're blending up more of their own units with the Night Gobbo fanatics than ours. Just due to how the Crypt Horrors work. Or Black Pit Orcs. They're trying their best.
So much death.
Warm them on in now. So they have gotten wise to our tactics. Send Siegfried on in. Overwhelming horde of horrors. You guys crash into that group of night goblins that are already fleeing. See him trying it. These archers are terrified. We can make sure that it remains this way permanently. Stay outside. You charge into these night gobos, and you guys come on back. Guess you can hit them as well. Thinking terror is definitely going to be taking
Necromancer.
effect pretty soon here. Let's drop the Spirit Leech on the big boss.
Dead are mine.
Not a single casualty. At least on our horrors. Extra leadership and heals, and that looks to be the victory. 4 unfortunate goblins. Ran them off quite easily.
An ancient power is
Awesome.
rising.
We have lots of ghouls to get out and start chasing off these orcs to at least better conquer the settlement in the next turn. I'll show in a moment. They give us a close victory for losing next to no one against 3 mods, and we'll take it. We're going to go ahead and return those captives, as we do. How kind. Nurgle rebels have come on into the Bear Legion, or at least to our Harrowburg settlement here. There's a lot of Nurglings. We'll let them have this victory, and we'll turn back on around and face off against Nurgle. Confederations ahoy. And Findle is going to continue to hide in the crag halls. Reichland is wiped out, and so is Orgovan through diplomacy. Unmoving and unflinching, such as the Lich Master's command. Expert charge defense for all of our crypt ghouls and crypt horrors, and extra 20% missile resistance for all of them as well. And after slaying 10,000 enemies, we have become the Prophet. So now just for all of our armies have the Blood Frenzy. 25% more research rate, extra movement, so many good buffs here. Would love to move up and surround the crag halls. I have no guarantee, though.
Not possible.
That we would lose to this army if we had to fight them both. Because of the sheer number of bows and the amount of damage. Weight Watchers are throwing out 74 armor-piercing missile. Crazy. We need to try to lure them into an ambush, but it continues to fail. Likely because it's so difficult to ambush the Wood Elves. That's very fair enough.
It will be.
War is ground to a complete halt, though. I am not here for it. Interesting. Clan Angren we could go ahead and get some diplomacy with through fighting. I am going to delay no longer. We're going to go ahead and fight with Durthu as well. I am going to let's find the Pirates of Sartosa here.
Do you wish to join us?
I'll join your war with Arguilan. You would give me military access. I don't care about that. I just want your gold.
Now we're talking.
Middle of the treasury. Alright, Wood Elves. We're gonna try to ambush you. That's gonna be the strategy here. You are not close enough to Parabon. Let's pull back a little bit there. 50% chance to succeed.
Bats and wolves.
Robert, you stay here. Aberash, go over just a little bit. Shalom. Should completely cover the pass there. This army is not very scary. Durthu himself, and so is Ariel, but the army itself, no. If we break the armies, we should be able to take down the garrisons. No problem. For our next research, we can move on over here towards the Essence Whip. Grand Invocation of the Heck gives us heals as an army ability. Pretty huge amount of heals, too. Yeah, let's save up the Dark Insight for that one. As far as our actual technology goes, 50 extra relations with the vampire counts would be fantastic. Would likely help us confederate with him that much quicker. Corruption. Vengeful spirit building income. Interesting. looking for anything that's going to actually help us out with our income. It's way deep in here, though. Ciphering Nahakara manuscripts. So we'll go ahead and ignore that. Just come on into the Spirit Shackles. Make our ghosts incredibly dangerous. Ghosts over zombies. A Lich Yard here. Then at the Blackstone Post, we are just saving. We need 15,000. Okay, we can wait. Single turn after doing, I think, a little bit more in terms of upgrading. 2,000 here would be just enough. Sweet. Especially after we karate chop Gorsel. Carnage. For Ulmer here, let's go ahead and grab the final point into replenish troops. Should be able to deal with Gorsel. Really, a Pyrrhic victory. We lose our Hound Dogs. Ow. How would we lose our Hound Dogs? There is no way it is on the field. Let's crush them. Alright, bit of a jump cut. Nurgle tried to sneak on into this campaign as well. And we got attacked by a rack of coughs. Go ahead and do the deployment up, and we will go ahead and do a very similar setup to what we had last time. So, strip ghouls as far as they can. Go ahead and switch. Well, these guys would just be fighting works. Either way, they're going to have to hold the line. In. Try to draw the orcs into a confined area here in the center. The Graveguard will have to actually scoot up the old-fashioned way by sprinting. And then we'll have the extra spicy ghosts behind, or the extra spicy ghouls. Dire wolves that we're apparently going to lose. Keep them well off on the side. Split up our horrors. You got fairly even cavalry on both sides there. 4 over here. 3 on this side. We could have Siegfried rolling with them. Necromancers and the corpse cart. It would be a pain. Beasties, singularities. That'll begin. Up. Except for our ghouls here, everything else start moving on in towards those cavalry units. Just crack those orc war chariots immediately. I'm going to send you through the line of goblins to go deal with their lord. That's where the black orcs are as well, so let's go ahead and fall back a bit here. Move over a little bit. They do have a few archers left, not a lot. A few of them. Go through, find the gap. There's the gap. We can run back here and also drop off some friends. Which we absolutely will. We just need him to get to the point where he can do it. And they shouldn't get run down immediately. 3, 2, 1, and now attack the boss. You go after that Night Goblin Shaman at all costs there. Over here we just need to charge the boys. Thankfully they're tough enough they can actually hold the line for a bit by themselves. No problem. You guys go up to this unit, send the hounds around to surround them. Perfect stuff. Everyone else advance. Fight an orc and bite them. Right in the noggin. Or you guys on through, just break this group. Leaving the corpse parts, of course, nearby but not in combat. Alright, that shaman is almost gone. which is fantastic. You go up and drop the heals, cannot, so let's go ahead and just come to the back line and throw in some zombies. If both of them can go for it. Zombies to slow them down. That's working out fantastically. Let's go ahead and grab the Hound Dogs that it says we're going to lose and bring them through. Necromancer around. Spirit Leech onto this Gobbo boss. See him reaching the afterlife rather quickly. Run over those goblins. You come on back as well. A couple of these ghouls on this side. Have them crash into these Orkboy chariots. Shrad's double should be able to handle that, no problem. Beautiful, you guys crash into these Orkboys. They slow down the black orcs there for me. These guys are gone. We'll bring the horrors around. Smash into the what's left of the flanks. Same thing here. Hound Dogs go after these archers. We'll have the horrors crash into the Night Goblins and Orkboys that are left. Necromancer, close that gap for me.
It is time.
Perfect stuff. Go ahead and surround those Black Orcs with a whole bunch of low damage. This would be quite annoying.
And rise.
Most of the orcs just turning and running. Ooh, he's even bigger and odder than you. Bonehammer. Just a bloody mess. Few orcs left, but they're gonna run from Arstragoi, who need to be have really grown a little bit in size. They're a bit small for how they are in lore. These guys would be huge. Similar in size to Vargulfs.
The dead are mine.
We have slaughtered them. We don't even need to hit you. Battle ours. Alright, a decisive victory as we expected. No Hound Dogs being sacrificed there. And we will sack the settlement for 3,000. Turn back around and claim it. The Heartburst was slain. We can get pretty far towards the Black Pit. We won't. We'll just go ahead and turn. And yoink. Gorsel belongs to me now. King of the Ghouls. What does salt do for us? If anything. Upkeep for our own armies in the province, deep in the dead marshes of the salt pans, containing piles and piles of bones, bleached and scoured white. Right, well, evasion for Rozov, it sounds perfect. You got the sneakiest card around. And same thing here with you, Holmer. Let's go for Raise Dead, over towards the evasion. Having both of them able to pop down random groups of zombies is pretty fantastic. We got 16,000. Let's go ahead and not spend the gold on places we don't want. So Blackstone Post up to the Dark Castle. Red Gothic castles are scattered throughout Sylvania, and apparently the mountains. They grow ominous as their chief resident grows in power. 7 turns, we'll have the Blackstone Post in. Fantastic. Who hasn't been moved here? Kemmler. And we just continue to try to ambush. Now that we have so many more enemies, I think it's going to be a much higher chance that someone comes over and try to fight us. But we'll see. Arlotta, you come on over.
Thirst.
Try to take down Volnal.
I shall drink them dry.
Yum yum. And our other hero as well.
I will not betray you.
Will not betray you.
Rumble.
Wasn't worried about it before.
Spread the rot.
Now I definitely am. Perfect. Everything is looking excellent. Save up some of our gold, and we will go ahead and end the turn here. Who hasn't been moved? Oh, Gustave. Gustave. And there's the turn. As soon as he's done, I guess. Get moving, Gustave. Get into high gear.
will hear your words, your riddles.
New
But
rat would like to talk.
best
We are creating the Undercity Trade Network. 1,000 gold and Thrall the Unclean will be giving us some his dog treasury. For now, that works. We managed to, well, we didn't catch them in an ambush, but our Gwylan, oh, hang on now. Where's my reinforcements? Reinforcements are coming in for them, but not for me. Well, it's time for the cheese. Get dropkicked, da-da. We should have had reinforcements there, but we did not. So most of the lads that were taken out won. You have an opportunity to dropkick the Wood Elves like this, taking out Durthu and Ariel, just with an auto-resolve, do it. Every time. Kemmler's ambush was foiled. That would be why no one fell for it. That makes sense. So, why was he just... Oh, he was just barely out of their range.
Bats and wolves gather.
So, we were being aggressive for no reason. Either way, we get the tree surgeon. Even the mightiest tree in the forest can be felled. You just need a big enough axe. More bonus versus large for Aberash, and then flaming attacks while fighting against Wood Elves. Scoot you up. Have Aberash recruit up some more units. We lost one of the Lances and Barding. Oh, they came on back, actually, so we were really just missing a unit of the Great Weapon Graveguard. Spears. Yeah, let's grab some more bonus via infantry knights. Now that's maxed on out. Perfect. We're back in the fight already. Trail revealed has expired.
It is night.
Go ahead and jump into the necromantic ritual.
Come to me.
Need to push in after the Waterfall Palace pretty quickly. Kemmler just can't leave the area, otherwise Finda will attack the Oak of Ages immediately. That's replenishing as slowly as you'd expect.
You dare! Not possible.
No, there's no more heroes in here. Carlotta, press through.
Strike out!
And check what's going on over here in Buftar. There are lots of extra settlements that the Wood Elves are hiding in. Kemmler,
Ready,
back into an ambush.
very tempting.
It's 90% chance.
Follow me.
Follow me.
This night.
Let Aberash do a bit of replenishing, and we'll kind of press aggressively into the woods here.
Bring it all to me.
You dare.
Both one end, we're probably going to replenish a little bit less.
March.
My love.
That'll be fine. Alright, in terms of skills now, I think the final point into Children of the Night for that upkeep reduction. And then we can start upgrading our knights. Carriages of Death, where are our knights at? Evil Souls. Walking Dead. There we go. Not what I would have expected, so extra melee attack for Black Knights and Blood Knights for the entire army. Sold. Start working on his cavalry. Or Ruprecht, the White King. Let's go for that final point into training. And then are you rolling with Aberash? We can have you continue to make those Graveguard and Black Knights cheaper as well. Those army is not nearly as crippling as it normally would be. Hellfire Hearth here. They do a little bit of upgrading in the main provincial area, so we'll go for the Font of Nightmares and then Corone. Noble Blood Tax sounds great. First, we'll grab the Witch House. And then... That's just the research rate building. So for our Forbidden Library here, it's going to drain our income, and for now I'm going to be out of time for today. I have been at Space Wars of Total War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the sub zone. I will see you all in the next one.